Hyderabad police had swooped down and nabbed the alleged drug lords in Goa by keeping their counterparts here in the dark. This time, the arrests of 7 bookies associated with the Mahadev gambling app by the Chhattisgarh cops have left the department red-faced, as the state police had no clue of the clandestine activity. Sources revealed that the Chhattisgarh police arrived at the Wayanad police and sought assistance in a cheating and gambling case registered in their state. The upcoming event, Glowfest the Lantern Festival, planned on Saturday, 25th May, in Morji has evoked widespread criticism and outrage from environmental organizations and residents of Goa. The festival, a ticketed event organized by a museum at the Venugophonia, involves releasing hundreds of candlelit paper lanterns into the sky, has been flagged by the environmentalists and wildlife conservationists. They fear that this will pose severe threat to the beach's delicate natural ecosystem. Environmentalists have leveled accusations against Power Minister Sudhin Dhavlikar of personal interests in pushing for the project, intensifying the controversy surrounding the Tamnar project in Goa. Meanwhile, the Congress has criticized the BJP's environmental policies, highlighting their failure to recover electricity dues and have urged to prioritize Western grid power and increased focus on solar energy initiatives in the state. Chief Minister Pramod Sawant said that the Aam Aadmi Party is no longer the Aam Aadmi Party and has become an anti-Delhi, anti-women party. CM further questioned the party, why Delhi CM was silent in the Swati Maliwal case and demanded a clarification of his actions. Meanwhile, AAP Goa Unit President Amit Palekar has counter-questioned BJP about its silence on the Revana case, Manipur violence. Palekar has also criticized CM Sawant for its failure to crack down on the Siddhi Naik case. The water level at the Anjanam Dam has drastically reduced following the scorching summer. According to data provided by the Water Resources Department, based on the dam level monitoring, the reservoir only has 18% of its total capacity left to meet water requirements until the monsoon sets in. The underground sewerage work, which has been going on for the past 5 years at Porvorim, is still not yet completed. This has raised questions and concerns not only among the residents but to the local MLA, compelling him to file a public interest litigation against the engineer. The MLA stated that due to the upcoming Porvorim flyover project and underground cabling work, sewerage work has to be completed on time. NGO Balancho Ekwutta has raised concerns regarding the safety of women in Goa. Despite the rhetoric of a safe city, incidents of harassment, stalking, and assault persist, painting a grim picture of the challenges faced by women on a daily basis. NGO has urged reforms within the public transportation system, including consistent monitoring of private buses and ensuring operators are trained and sensitized to women's safety concerns. The Public Works Department proved to be a failure as the 150 milliliters water pipeline, which was damaged by the smart city officials on Tuesday, was not repaired yet. The entire Pato and some parts of Panjim faced water shortages since Tuesday and are still facing them. The PWD officials have given an assurance to the citizens that water will be restored immediately by Wednesday. Two youths trying to steal a scooter failed miserably when they were making their exit with the scooter, and one resident showed up on his scooter. Scared, the thieves calmly walk away before the resident could realize what's happening at that midnight hour. The act was captured on the society-installed camera of Chase Chambers situated on Swatantra Path at Vasco. The Warka Sports Club ground witnessed an exhilarating culmination of the second edition of the football summer camp, organized by Warren Alemão. Under the expert guidance of seasoned coaches including Luis Barreto, Alain De Costa, Jeromina Calico, Alicia Suzy Fernandes, Francis Fernandes, Valenca Souza, Malvita Mascarenhas, Jolvin De Costa, Stacey Barreto, the camp proved to be a nurturing ground for budding football talents. Rosary Boys of Davolim and Politics Boys moved into the quarter-finals of the Uprising Trophy Navelim Interward football tournament played at Telaulim ground. Politics Boys defeated Bolero Boys of Telaulim 4-3 via the tie-breaker, while Rosary Boys Davolim got the better of Belém Boys 5-4 also by tie-breaker. Atacam Sports Club defeated Paldem Sports Club 3-0 to enter semi-finals of Late Roque Fernandes Memorial 9A side football tournament organized by Fondigal Sports Club and played at St. Alex Church Ground, Kotori. Melvin Mascarenhas presented man of the match to Stephen Fernandes of Agacame. Returning from a break, two-time Olympic medalist PV Sindhu progressed to the women's singles second round with a straight game win over Scotland's Kirsty Gilmour at the Malaysia Masters Super 500 badminton tournament here on Wednesday. The fifth-seeded Indian, who last won a title in 2020 to Singapore Open, will next face Korea's Sim Wah-Hyo Jin. India India's Sachin Sergerao Khilari defended his gold medal in the men's shot put F46 category with an Asian record at the World Para Athletics Championship as the country surpassed its best ever haul in the global competition here on Wednesday. India now have 11 medals, 5 of them gold. They bettered their previous best tally of 10, 3 gold, 4 silver and 3 bronze in the 2023 edition in Paris.